change hats, okay, take off the Allstate hat. I also co-chair the Leon Springs Business Association, which I know you guys, I make announcements about it all the time. Darcy's on the board with us. Brenda's on the board with us. But Mike Taylor is here with me today. Him and I co-chair it together. Ted's on the board too. Ted's been helping us out a lot. So Mike and I are just going to give you guys, I figured, Jim asked me if I'd come talk about it, and I'm kind of glad because we make a lot of announcements about things that LSBA is doing, and I invite you guys to a lot of stuff, and most of y'all get my emails. But we wanted to give a little bit of the history of the LSBA and kind of talk about what we do and why we're out there. So Mike, if you want to join me. Here, can we do both of them?
Hello? Is it on? Hello?
Yeah.
Hi, thank you all for having us out here today. Cam had asked me to come and help her do this, or kind of introduce what LSBA is a while back, and we've finally gotten around to doing it. So I'm very pleased. We've been very busy this year, so there's obviously a lot we can talk about. But kind of back stepping, Cam mentioned when we started this organization, which is now, we're into our 5th year. As I look back, when I first got involved in it and I heard about it, was in 2006. There was a local newspaper here. I think at the time it was called the Hill Country View, or Leon Springs Times at the time. And I had heard about this new business association that was going to start up. And at the time, Leon Springs was an area that there was a lot of new development, a lot of new construction, and I think a lot of the people that did live out here or were planning on moving out here kind of saw that and saw an opportunity to have a business networking group or a chamber of commerce sort of organization. Because honestly, Leon Springs is really on the outskirts of San Antonio. There's parts of it that are in the city limits, there's parts that are not. We're also kind of on the fringes of Bernie. There's a lot of activity between the two cities, but we're kind of right in the middle of it. And it was interesting to me because I've lived out here since '99, actually closer to Gray Forest than Leon Springs, but it's still that whole community that I enjoy and appreciate, and I love the hills out here and the sort of beautiful setting of it. But when I heard about this organization starting, I went to the first meeting, got a little bit of information about what they were going to be doing, and we kind of launched from there. I think the meeting was actually in April, and we had our first official meeting a month later over at Los Encinos. And it was a small group of folks, probably 20 or 30 folks that showed up. And our goal at the time was to see how much other interest there was in the community. And the turnout was great. All the information that we got was great. So we surveyed some of the folks at the time as well, and got a little bit of input that matched what we thought. Essentially, people wanted a networking opportunity in the community, and that's what we've provided for these past 4+ years. They also wanted to kind of be more informed about what was going on in Leon Springs. There was new activity, and honestly, 4 years ago, it didn't really look like it does today. There's been quite a bit of development since then, so it's changed quite a lot since that time. But we all kind of knew bits and pieces about what was going on, and we could share that information. And that was one of the things that the other folks indicated that they would like to see in an organization. And the third thing, which is a lot of what we do as part of our networking, is just having that promotional and marketing opportunity. A chance to get out and talk about our business, to get some visibility for our business. So we launched 4+ years ago, and since then we've done quite a number of things to fulfill that goal of networking, the information, and the marketing possibilities. And some of what we do today, it focuses expressly on those things. We hold regular monthly mixers or meetings. That's our primary objective, and that's what it was then. We've gotten busier than that. We sometimes book ourselves 2 or 3 times in a month, which is crazy because we're still a small group, an all-volunteer organization, but somehow we do squeeze all of these different activities in. And we do a lot of them in conjunction with some other activities, like we've done things with Rotary before, and also with David and Preferred Landscape, so that's great. Those kind of just blend in together. But just this year alone, we've had a number of public officials come out. We had Congressman Cyril Rodriguez out. We had City Councilman Reed Williams come out and speak. We had State Representative Frank Court come out and speak. So those all really kind of fit into that sort of, we want to be connected with the city, we want to be connected with government, we want to know what's going on in the community. So we bring these folks out to kind of tie in Leon Springs with what's going on in the bigger picture. Then we have a number of social activities throughout the year, which are expressly just for networking opportunity. And a lot of times, some of our businesses, different restaurants or different new businesses in town will host, and we'll be able to have our event at their location and be able to promote those businesses at the same time. As I go on, Cam might be able to fill me in with some more here, but one more thing let me mention. After we got into this for about 2 or 3 years, we started thinking about what we could do to give back to the community, because we wanted not just to be a business networking chamber of commerce group. We thought that we could sort of make this a more community-oriented organization, and we actually, a year and a half ago, started the application process to become a nonprofit. And when we first got into that, we thought we were answering all the right questions, and we did. We got some feedback from the IRS. It was kind of a back and forth. We thought this would take a year or more to accomplish and to get our nonprofit status. But one thing that really helped was we got a letter from Congressman Cyril Rodriguez encouraging the IRS to give us that nonprofit. And shortly after that letter was mailed out, I got a call from the IRS, and one of the agents told me in no uncertain terms that he was being pressured and he needed to get some final information so he could finish this application. So we were really
That's where the government
grateful.
officials come in handy.
Very much so. So we got our nonprofit status about a year and a half ago, and some of the things that we do as a charitable organization now, we're a charitable educational organization. We do community giving. We've established a couple of scholarship funds, which we're going to do beginning this fall for high school seniors of dependents or children of LSBA members or Leon Springs residents. And we also do different activities, one of which we'll introduce here and might ask Darcy to speak about as fundraising activities so that we can do more of our giving opportunities. The other one that we do annually is a toy drive for Children's Methodist Hospital. And we have a mixer every December where it's a poker night essentially, but people bring toys as their donation, and we distribute those to the Methodist Children's Hospital each year with Darcy's help as well. That's kind of the big picture. I'm sure I've missed a few things, but Cam,